let's see, is there a difference between your approach to working with like a young flutist majoring in music and your approach to maybe working with flute lovers? And I like to bring out that the word amateur means lover. A lot of people forget that, but that's French for lover. So when we call someone an amateur or adult amateur, we're talking about someone who is doing it because they love it. They're not necessarily doing it because it's their job or their career or their moneymaker. They're doing it because they love it. And so a large part of our community for San Diego Flute Retreat are people who are flute amateurs, flute lovers at different points in life. And so I wanted to know like a little bit about any differences between, if at all, between how you approach someone majoring in music, who is studying it seriously, and someone who is a flute lover at a different point in life.
Sure. When I'm working with like young flutist, like majoring in music, I always ask like, what do you want to do in the future?
Yeah.
And help them like, reach their personal goal. And I will help them like build like strong foundations and improve their like technique skills.
Right.
And for my flute students, I would make sure they know all the flute repertoire and be familiar with all the styles.
Right.
Yeah, when I work with like flute lovers, I think it really depends on different needs. Yeah, I think during these years, I'm so lucky because I had many opportunities to work with like adult students, not like in music major. They really like music. And for example, some of my students like come to me with a really specific like repertoire list.
Right.
Yeah. So like I remember like one of my students, like it's really interesting, like Baroque period, Baroque dances. And we worked a lot of pieces like by Telemann.
Right.
And yes, I believe everyone is different. When I work with like flute lovers, I always like find a pace like that can make them like really comfortable and engaged.
Bringing on their interests and kind of like what they're really into, because a lot of times there's some specific things like, right, I really love this kind of music, or I'm obsessed with this kind of concept that I really want for me, like to work on, or that I'm really interested in, and like taking that and like letting that be like the point of departure for what you are crafting for them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to piggyback. So having the conversations of our musical experiences that we bring into flute playing and acknowledging like the foundations of flute playing and what we can do with it now with modern rep and extended techniques. And I like the vision for the San Diego Flute Retreat is to bring all of that and to bring flutists together in a non-competitive environment where we are learning and collaborating and then going home with like more confidence in what we can do individually,
and new ideas.
And then how do we bring that if like the reason Valerie and I met was because I wanted to play duets with somebody and I was craving that, right? And then you were moving and wanted to connect and play with somebody else, and then that's how we met. And I think this, to me, in my eyes, like this has long-term ripple effects of like bringing more music into communities again in a collaborative way. So I'm really excited that you're part of it.
Said.
Yeah, thank you. And I also imagine, us talking around the fire pit with wine. So there's that too.
Yes. I'm in the hot tub.
There you go. Yes.
Because there's music and then there's hot tub for me.
Oh, I didn't know they were that close together.
They are. Just
okay. So good to know.
So very happy about the jacuzzi aspect of the retreat. But also very excited to hear about all of the wonderful musical ideas we're probably all, and new friends that we're going to all come out of this experience with. So it's really cool. I love the last question. I'm going to let Tony ask it.
Oh, this is her favorite question.
This is my favorite question. Tony's going to ask it.
If you could collaborate with anybody across like time or space, who would you collaborate with? And why? What do you see being made?
This is a very great question. Actually,
thank you. No. Thank you.
The many musicians, they really want.
I know. There's so many. It's almost an unfair question to tell you to pick one, but I'm going to make you pick one.
Okay. So yeah, so like recently, so I heard a percussion concerto. Yeah. Do you know who is Fazil Say? Yeah, Fazil Say is a like is a Turkish like composer and pianist.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So his composition is it's like really rhythmic. It's very special. And so when I heard that like percussion concerto, I really like, you know, the orchestration, instrumentation.
Yeah.
It's so rich. Yeah, and also he wrote like one for flute, but it's not for regular flute. Do you know what is like I think naive flute?
I have
It's
seen them.
oh,
Hmm.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I think it's bamboo flute, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but that one's is also good, but it's not for regular flute. Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, I really want.
This is a living Turkish composer?
Yes, it's a living composer.
Oh, well, maybe we can make this dream come true.
Right.
Okay, whoa, yeah.
You know what? San Diego Flute Retreat might be making some really cool things happen as we go on. So
Yana,
Oh.
you're newer in Valerie's world, but is my advice, do not tell her an idea unless you're like ready to run with it. Because I was like, hey Valerie, what if we did this flute retreat? 2 months later, she's like, I'm gonna book a thing and we're gonna do it. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. So she makes things happen.
I love making things happen
Yeah.
because like there's so many amazing things. And I feel like, wow, time is so short. Let's see how many of them we
Time
could.
is so short. Yes.
Time is so short. Let's see how many of them we could actually
Yeah.
make reality before,
Yes.
you know, something else goes wrong. So like, let's do a thing.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
I
We
love
should
that.
do amazing things. Yes.
Well, I have to say, we're really like San Diego Flute Retreat is really lucky to have you.
Mhm.
Really lucky to have you come in and do workshops and teach us some things and play. And it's just going to be super wonderful and just a fun, awesome week that I'm very excited. Like June can't get here soon enough. I'm super, super stoked about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so glad to be like a part of this amazing like flute retreat.
And I'm just glad you're a friend now. Like I'm glad that I can call you a friend and a fellow flutist and that we're in the same city. So we get to do so much together now, which is amazing. So thank you. Yep. Tony, final thoughts?
Yes, same. What I said before, seriously, about playing with you and that just incorporating that into what I'm currently doing. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm excited, and I'm excited we get to do a recital together later this month. So thank you.
If you're local to San Diego and you want to see the three of us play along with the amazing Cindy Pros, come to the Wednesday at noon concert series at Encinitas Library on Wednesday, April 24th. Come and see us, and we'll all be able to play some music together and hopefully talk to you about the retreat or anything else you're doing too. Awesome. Love you, Yana.
Thank you.
Thank you.